Hello, you bold beautiful people. How are you doing? How was your day? How has been your week? And of course, I hope you have a great weekend. So, as I said last week, when we did the second look of the Veil of Winter Skies, we're going to do the Winter of Saturn, which I'm very excited. Before we get started, how you like my hairstyle? Short. Yes, can't tell. And I also got my nails. Well, these are impressed nails. I've been wearing these for about a week now, almost a week. And these are supposed to be no glue Manny from Kiss. But it's supposed to be improving hints of Pill and Press. Yeah. How I feel about them. I like the color. I do like the nail print on them. These are really cute. I like them. But they do not stay on. They're supposed to last for about 14 days. And I could tell you one thing. No. It probably lasted about 3 or 4 hours. And I decided, you know what? I popped them off because they were like a pain of just not wanting to stick. And I decided to get some nail glue. Even with the nail glue, I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's just my nails. Maybe because I don't know. Or it could be anything like that. But they're pretty lasting. So, like I said, we are going to play some of Winter Winter of Saturn. And these are the shades right here to this row and to that row. So that's what we're using. I have an idea I want to do since I am wearing purple today, like a dark purple. I don't know if you can see that on camera. One of these days I will have a better camera. But we're just going to play some, and then we're going next Friday, or yeah, next Friday, a week after this one, we will do another look. And then we're going then probably Monday. We're gonna work with all of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyeshadow base. We are using milk for this because I feel like milk will be a great thing for this eyeshadow base. I guess I'm in a grayish mood type of deal because on Monday's look I did a gray look with a plummy color. I said, oh, might as well go a little bit softer on the eyes, just a little bit, and then go a little bold on the lip. Terra Moons, like I said, are it's a very unique eyeshadow brand. I'm going to say that honestly. It is a very, very unique eyeshadow brand. We're going to use Dust Storms. This is like a grayish brown. What I could tell you with this shade, as I look at it on the pan, I don't know if it's going to show on camera, but it is a gray tone. It is a gray tone. It is definitely a cool tone. Maybe a little bit to the neutral side, but it does have a little purple in it. So it's really quite interesting to see that little hint of purple. Like I said before, these shades are not flat. So this is like a taupey color, you can say, but more of a grayish taupe. It has a little brown to it, but it's very hard to notice with this shade. But today's makeup now is like so beautiful. Like you can tell, especially with small indie brands like La Matrix, Terra Moon's NBA Cosmetics. And as you can see, this is a very cool, this is a very good, like, you thought, oh, this is like a gray tone. This is like, I don't know to explain that in a correct way with this gray shade, but it does have that little taupey color to it with that brown, but it has more of a purple tinge to it. You can work with a purple shade, which they do have a plummy color, so that would work with this. So it makes sense to have a gray shade that has a little bit of purple. Emerging Hemisphere. So it does, this is definitely a gray tone. It does have a blue tinge to it, as you can tell. So very cool tone. Still a cool tone shade. More into the cool to the neutral a little bit. But that's about it, what I see. And then what this shade reminds me of is like a wet concrete when it's poured. And that's what it reminds me of. That's what it really reminds me of, is that pouring concrete. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. I know, I'm like, what this color reminds me of? Like, that's just me, I guess. So I'm gonna put this right here. So what I'm doing, I'm just using this brush just to blend. I'm not too worried how it looks. Like I do, but I don't. But I really like this shade, this Emerging Hemisphere, along with Dust Storms. So as you look at this shade, I don't know if you can really see it. Is that purplish silver, like really silver here? First, I'm going to try this on a brush, see how it works with the brush. It has a little bit of green to it, green sparkles to it, which is beautiful. But you can definitely pop this with a purple base, eyeshadow base to it, and it'd be like, whoa. Or a pinky one. So you can definitely, with multi-chromes like these, use another base or even a black eyeshadow base. Ooh, that would be pretty. Which I might do next time. Oh my God. Now you can get these by themselves if you want. If you like to see a particular shade, you can order them by themselves. Or you just get the collection. So the multi-chrome, the really high intensity multi-chrome ones are a little bit expensive. So if you see a price like 117, it could, or more than that, it could be what the formula is. So the mattes are usually $7, what I've noticed. Okay, that's it for the eyes. Like I said, I'm not going to go really too much on the eyes, more than I need to. I will be right back with the finished look. So this is the finished look. Like I said, we're going with a bold lip. I like a bold lip when it comes to gray shadows like this. Oh my gosh. So, of course, all the products I've used in this video will be down below. Also have affiliate links if you want to check them out and see if you want to get it or not, because I'll always find the best prices for you, much as I can. Honestly. Honestly, I try to, especially on Amazon, but it is what it is. But for the fragrance of the day for Bath and Body Works, which I do love, Bath and Body Works, I also do work there. So any opinions that I have does not convey with the brand. Just being honest with you, I do work there, but any opinions that I do have, if anything, does not convey with Bath and Body Works. So yeah, I'm going to use Autumn Drive. This is one of my favorite scents. Even though this is supposed to be a fall scent, I don't go with what's fall, winter, or anything like that, depending on the scent is. This one is like a really a fruity but warm scent, and I'll let you know why, because we're going to see what the favorite notes are. Has wild raspberry, warm amber, and vanilla birch. So I highly recommend it. This one, Autumn Drive, Sunrise Woods, and another one is a fall scent that always comes back for the season. So make sure you grab those. Going back to Terra. Oh my goodness. I love this brand. You know, I love my newest color is Polar Ions, and oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play with that. But with the Winter of Saturn, yes, I highly recommend getting it if they still have the bundle. But if they still have the single eyeshadows, go get them. Um, this Storms is really great if you want a grayish tone taupey color with a little purple in it. If you like a bluish grayish tone like Emerging Hemisphere, go get it. I think these two shades you've got to have in your collection, especially you can work with different purples, with different blues, make it your own basically. And then polar ions. Or no, that's not polar ions. That's polar ions. Okay, ice rings. So yeah, ice rings is pretty shade. So go get if you don't have it. I think this would be great with a green eyeshadow, with some purple, with some pink, anything that has anything that would work with this, go for it. Even blue eyeshadow, I think that would be pretty. I think that's a shade you got to have in your collection for every color you can get of. But yes, so I cannot wait to play with these. These are going to be awesome. I cannot wait to finish this eye and have a nice cohesive eyeshadow palette that we can work together and just like, hey, this is going to work. But yeah, I highly recommend Terra Mints. Can't wait to do a second look with them. But yes, I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you're at. I love you and God bless.